We're gonna be talking about this thing right here. It's a troublesome alberto, which is currently moving north. So it's moving north at 14 miles an hour. Yeah, sweet. So I have quite a few travel systems. What do you want? Okay. So let's go ahead and check out the advisory on alberto. There are troublesome warnings for Alabama and Florida, some Mississippi, just a small bit, and its path is going to be straight into northern Canada, southern Canada, and as it will pass through them as it gets extra tropical as it makes landfall. There were some tropical storm warnings for Cuba and Mexico that got lifted because Alberto decided to move. Flash flooding potential. It's more potential where Alberto is making landfall around the Tallahassee area into Alabama and western Georgia. A slight risk of flooding in North Carolina, South Carolina, southern Florida, more Tallahassee regions, more of Alabama and more of Georgia. A marginal risk of flooding for most of Florida and edges of the storm in Alabama, some into Tennessee, and some into Virginia. So yeah, no high risk of flooding there. You have potential rainfall. About 6 inches will fall off the coast and just on southern Tallahassee areas of Florida. Actually, that's not like 6 or 7 inches. About 4 inches in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and down south near Miami, and most of Alabama and more of the Tallahassee regions. About 2 inches for Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, more of Georgia, more of Alabama, more of Florida, and about 1 inch for some of, I think that's, I don't know, for more of Kentucky, some very southern parts of West Virginia, some of Virginia, probably hitting Washington there, and just basically off the coast of most areas. Wind history, tropical storm force winds fell on the west side of Cuba and also the west side of Florida. So, yeah, from about 9. Warnings and surface winds have continued for a while. There is still some tropical storm force winds off the coast of Florida there. Wind speed probabilities. Tropical storm force winds might be felt. Will most definitely be felt very, very, very south Tallahassee regions of Florida. More regions of Florida inward into thing. Hurricane wind speed probability would not be there. And we will check out the link for it.
I'm gonna go see Mom on them. Okay. She's getting dressed.
Right. So now we're going to give some model ones for the storm. Yes, we know. Yes, we know that's happening. I think this is GFS. If we go to GFS for Alberto here, GFS models, you can see looking up the current frame. Hang on. You can see that 999 millibars, some slight lean, and it looks massive on the radar for some reason. It looks huge. And it could lower, but it would just rise more again as it makes landfall. You could see some severe rain there. Probably some thunderstorms there. It will continue up coast, and it would just. I think, and this is the Great Lakes area, and it would just go into northern Canada, just bringing a bunch of rain. And who knows? The low pressure might just continue, or just go off coast, like that. 850 millbar wind and stuff like that. Some, let's see. So satellite imagery. Yes. Hang on. I'm gonna go for acceptable water. You can see we got some areas. Here it's like more severe. So now that we know what Alberto is going to be doing, we're going to be going through with some IR here. You can see the. Oh wait, this is from 26th of May. What? Okay, we just need the thing. Just needs to load.
Is it warm outside?
Yeah. The phone's saying 81 degrees.
How you guys doing? So in the satellite imagery here, you can see it hitting Cuba here, the west side of Cuba, in a storm, and it looks developed here. It just looks like that for some reason.
Actually, finished. Okay.
What are you looking at? Jeez.
He just fits perfectly right there.
So being diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer made me take all the things that have
And then he got mad because I wouldn't let him lay on my jacket last night.
Start out to do this, so I did. With each scan.
Treatments for adults with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread and test positive for PD-L1 because tumors do not have.
Did you tell him we were going over?
It's the immunotherapy that the most
There you go, Mama.
uses for advanced lung cancer.
I get a hold of
Treatment
Mama.
causes your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work. It is serious.
Okay, here we go.
See your doctor right
So
away.
satellite imagery here shows the formation of this system. This was from my guest today. If you go to geocall here, you can see system up north of the screen. Microwave imagery, which is awesome. You can see sort of the system moving up. Not really well, but you can still see it. Civil water. Yeah. This is the system moving up north. Sea surface sea surface temperatures are pretty warm. 0 Celsius, by the way. If we look at some wind shear here, you can see where the system's at. There wasn't really that much around the system. The system's like up here. If it just, you can go into here. It is not hurricane season yet. It is about 5 days off from the 5 days off from the season. This will most likely just hit landfall. Do landfall on Memorial Day.
I think y'all gonna be home here in a little bit.
On Memorial Day. We have had this situation before with Tropical Storm Beryl in 2012 and Tropical Storm Bonnie in 2000 and 2000 and
all right, we'll see you here in a little bit.
2016. If I just search it up. Tropical Storm Bonnie from 2016. Path was it was from May 27th, 2016 into the hurricane season into June 9th, 2016. National Hurricane Center defined it as a tropical storm. And wow, did it last long. It was at peak intensity on Memorial Day, surprise. And it was just insane. Tropical Storm Beryl approached Florida in 2012. It flew in on the 26th of May, 2012, and went extratropical after May 30th. Beryl's track caused some heavy rain over Florida and the surrounding regions. We also had a kind of similar one, but it wasn't really that similar though. Except it was like way before Memorial Day. It was like the earliest bucket to make a landfall in the United States in any given year, which is relatively rare. It formed on May 8th, 2015, and it approached South Carolina on May 9th, and went extratropical after May 11th. And it went up shore, and it basically... So 2 storms so far have ruined Memorial Day for the southeast coast. Looks like we got a third one doing that too. Look, we got a third one doing that too. Surprise. Hey, some of my friends are sweet. Oops, I didn't want me to open that. Radar imagery, and if we go to imagery down south, as it is some visible imagery here, you can see we've got some scattered rain around the area of where the storm's at. Nothing too bad yet. And it is causing some coastal rain across the east of Florida. And there's a special marine warning, surprisingly. And as just looking down south, you can see very heavy band of rain here. You got some strong storms across Tampa Bay. There's Daytona Beach, Palm Coast, Orlando, Melbourne, And yeah, special warnings on south. And a red warning to this storm could possibly be causing rip currents, apparently, because it is a tropical system, and tropical systems are known for doing that. Say a tropical storm Colin 2 years ago. If I can just look up. It hit Florida. It hit Florida on June 6th. Hit Florida on June 6th. 40 minutes after landfall, the radar imagery for Florida just looked like this. It's a mess of scattered rain. Hurricane Hermine made it on us. Julia and Matthew. Cindy, Emily, well, we should not talk about. And Philby. And then this year, also heading towards Florida, we got so that means the tropical storm 2018 Atlantic hurricane season has begun, and there are a lot of things here. That's true. And it is just wow. So it looks like Florida's Memorial Day. No, I'm not gonna show that. Tropical storm Alberto is also expected to intensify a little bit in the next 48 hours. So. For the show, watch out for the storm, as it is dangerous. Pressure 994, and we're gonna look at the advisory for subtropical storm Alberto. So here's the public advisory 9 for subtropical storm Alberto. Bulletin. Subtropical storm Alberto advisory number 9. National Weather Service. National Hurricane Center, Miami, Florida. I'm not going to read that. 11 a.m. ADT. Sunday, May 27th, 2018. Monday before morning. Alberto moving northward towards the North Gulf Coast. Summary of 11 a.m. 1500 UTC. Location 27.1 degrees north, 84.4 degrees west, about 130 miles west-southwest of Tampa, Florida, 185 miles south-southeast of Apple, Florida. Maximum sustained winds 50 miles an hour. It's moving north or 5 degrees at 14 miles an hour. Oops. Minimum central pressure 994 millibars, or about 29.38 inches. Watches and warnings. Changes with this advisory. The tropical storm warning for the dry Togus has been discontinued. The Charlotte along the north central Gulf Coast have been discontinued. The storm surge watch has been discontinued for the west of the Florida-Alabama border. Summary of losses and warnings in effect. A storm surge watch in effect for the Crystal level to the Florida-Alabama border. A tropical storm warning is in effect from Barron Beach to the Mississippi-Alabama border. Storm surge watch, you can just read all of that. At 11 a.m. EDT, the central subtropical storm was, The storm is moving north near 14 miles an hour, turn towards the north-northwest at a slower forward speed forecast tonight. A north-northwestern to northward motion expected late Monday into Wednesday, and the forecast track the center of battle will across the eastern and northern Gulf of Mexico today and approach the northern Gulf Coast in the warning area tonight or Monday. Heavy rainfall and tropical storm conditions will likely reach the North Gulf Coast well before the arrival at the center of Alberto. Alberto is expected to move northward into the Tennessee Valley on Tuesday and Wednesday. Maximum sustained wind have increased to near 50 miles an hour with higher gusts. Some additional strengthening is forecast before the system reaches the northern Gulf Coast. Steady weakening is expected after landfall, and Alberto is forecast to become a tropical depression by Monday night or Tuesday. Winds of 40 miles an hour extend outward up to 125 miles, pertaining to the northeast of the center. The latest been pressure reported by an Air Force Reserve aircraft is 994 millibars. Hazards affecting rainfall. Excuse me. Rainfall. Alberta is expected to produce the following rain accumulations through Tuesday. Central Cuba, 5 to 10 inches. Isolated storm totals at 20. Florida 8, isolated 12 from the Florida Panhandle in the eastern Alabama and western Georgia. Florida Keys and South Florida, additional 3 to 6 inches. Isolated storm totals of 10. West of Florida. The rest of Florida, 1 to 4 inches. The rest of
You're yawning like you're tired.
Tennessee to the Carolinas, 2 to 6 inches. Rains in Cuba could produce life-threatening fast floods and mudslides, flooding and fast flooding are possible in the southeast United States, including Florida. That is possible. Wind. Snowstorm conditions will spread northward into the warning area along the west coast of Florida today and will reach the warning area along the northern Gulf Coast. How many times have I said that now? By this evening. The combination of storm surge in the tide will cause normally dry areas of the coast to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. Water could reach the falling heights above ground somewhere in indicated areas if the pink storm surge occurs at the time of high tide. 2 to 4 feet at Crystal River. Deepest water will occur along the intermediate coast. Surge-related flooding depends on the relative timing of the surge and tidal cycle. This can vary greatly over short distances. For information, something for your area, please see products issued by your local National Weather Service in Florida and no more or less in Miami. A few tornadoes will be possible around the Florida Peninsula today. So, swells generated by Alberto will affect the eastern and northern Gulf Coast through Tuesday. These swells will most likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip currents. Conditions for more information, in the next advisory will be at these times. So, this seems like a pretty bad one, as you can see here. Alberto is expected to become a depression into Alabama and all that good stuff. I can't believe I just read all that. Gee whiz. Alright. So it's expected to go this way. Most likely a depression when it comes into Illinois, and yeah, it most likely will come off land too. Oh yeah, they have a tornado potential. Sweet. And the Storm Prediction Center. Storm Prediction Center has a very slight risk for some areas of the areas of Florida where tropical systems at marginal risks. For some reason, a slight risk for northern. Yeah. Breeze. Okay. Alright. Oh god. Key messages, because we have not looked at this yet. Alberto, yeah, you could just read that. I'll leave it on the screen for now. Pause it if you want.
Cobra operates, Storm Shadow, and Zartan remain at large. The unit and the world remain on high alert.
Alright. So that has been our thing on Central Storm Alberto. That has been it for this live stream. I'll see you all later.